All right, let's jump right in. If you're in real estate, you totally know this feeling. You get a lead that looks amazing, you make the call, and then crickets. Total silence. So in this explainer, we're going to break down exactly why that's happening and, way more importantly, how you can fix it for good. I mean, it's got to be one of the most frustrating parts of the job, right? You do all this work to get the lead, you're genuinely excited to help them, and then nothing. It feels so personal, like you did something wrong. But as we're about to see, it usually has nothing to do with you. And this quote right here, it just absolutely nails it. Getting ghosted absolutely sucks. It really is a gut punch. It's that feeling when a promising lead just vanishes into thin air. After a while, it just wears you down, and you start questioning everything you're doing. But here's the thing. While that emotional toll is absolutely real, the business impact, that's even bigger. This silence you're hearing, well, that's just a symptom of a much, much more expensive problem. Think about it. Every single lead that goes cold, especially the ones you paid good money for, drives up your cost to acquire a client who actually closes. So that ghosting isn't just frustrating, it's literally draining money from your business. It's hitting you right in the wallet. So here's the big takeaway, the diagnosis, if you will. If you're getting ghosted a lot, the issue probably isn't you. It's not your personality, it's not your closing skills. It's a huge sign that there's a crack somewhere in your process, somewhere between how you get the lead and how you follow up. And this right here, this gets to the heart of the whole mindset shift. So many agents think, oh, I just need a better script, Like there's some magic set of words that'll win everyone over. But the reality is, even the most perfect script in the world can't fix a broken process that's feeding you lukewarm leads to begin with. But hey, the good news is a broken process can absolutely be fixed. So we're going to walk through 7 key strategies to tighten up your whole system, cut down on the ghosting, and start turning more of those leads into real, actual conversations. All right, let's get into the fix. Part 1 is all about the foundation. We've got to start there. These first 2 strategies are all about setting yourself up for success before you even pick up the phone. And really, it all boils down to 2 big ideas. First, knowing exactly who you're trying to talk to, and second, having a super sharp message that speaks directly to them and their problems. I love this quote. Your target audience is not a zip code with a hope attached to it. It's just so painfully true, right? Just saying sellers in my area, that's not a target audience. Are you going after first-time sellers who are completely overwhelmed? Or maybe downsizers who are feeling sentimental? You have to get specific, because that's what lets you speak directly to a real, tangible pain point. And see, that's the whole connection. If your Facebook ad or your mailer is super generic, people click on it without any real intent. Then, when you get them on the phone, you have nothing specific to talk about. You have no angle. You just sound like every single other agent calling them, which makes it incredibly easy for them to just hang up or ignore you. Okay, so let's say your foundation is solid. Now what? What happens when they actually pick up the phone? Let's dive into part 2, how to win that all-important first call. So we've got 3 strategies here, and they're all about one big mindset shift, moving from closing to connecting. This is about being a real human having a real conversation, not some salesperson just running through a checklist. Look, if your only goal on that first call is to book an appointment right now, people can feel that pressure from a mile away. You've got to redefine what a win is. Sometimes a win is just figuring out their timeline. Sometimes it's uncovering the real problem, the actual reason they're thinking about moving. And hey, sometimes a win is just building enough trust that they actually answer the phone the next time you call. Oh man, this one is so crucial. Scripts, they just make you sound like a performer, not a person. They force you into this rigid box, and the second the lead says something you don't expect, you're totally thrown off. And besides, they have heard that exact same script from 5 other agents already this week. When you ditch the script, you can actually listen and respond like a human being. All right, now for the final piece of this puzzle. And honestly, this is where most of the ghosting really happens. It's all about mastering the follow-up. These last 2 strategies, this is what separates the pros from everybody else. It's all about being human, staying relevant, and this is a big one, understanding that one missed text does not mean it's the end of the world. And you can see the difference so clearly here. On one side, you've got the robot sequence, the generic automated text that everyone can spot a mile away. On the other side, you have a real human connection, a simple, personalized text that actually references your conversation and offers something valuable, That shows you were listening. It proves you're not a robot. So, how do you actually do it? It's really this simple. Step 1, reference your conversation. Mention something specific you guys talked about. Step 2, send something useful, an article, a cool market stat, a recommendation for a painter. And step 3, just be human and relevant. Be a helpful person who actually remembers what they need. And this right here is a massive mindset shift. They didn't ghost you, they just got busy. We call it ghosting to protect our own ego. But the reality is, moving is one of the most stressful things in life. They didn't reject you, they just got caught up in everything else. Honestly, most agents just quit way, way too early. Okay, so let's bring this all home. The takeaway here is that ghosting feels incredibly personal, but the solution is almost always structural. It's about fixing your process, not fixing your personality. Because ghosting is caused by these things: vague targeting, broad campaigns, sounding like a robot on calls, and sending generic follow-ups. When your whole process is impersonal from start to finish, why would a lead have any reason to stick with you over anyone else? They don't. And that brings us full circle, right back to the beginning. When you tighten up the process and fix these issues, it doesn't just make your day-to-day less frustrating, it directly protects your bottom line. You're lowering your costs to get a client, and you're making every single marketing dollar you spend work that much harder. So I'll leave you with this question. Is your process actually building relationships, or is it just creating ghosts? Take a hard look at your system, from the very first ad to the very last text message. Is every single step designed to build a genuine human connection, or is it accidentally creating the exact problem you're trying so hard to solve?